Welcome back. Here we have something interesting that nobody's touched on before. I got this little Corgi Junior's Whiz Wheels Volkswagen Beach Buggy, little Myers-Manx style vehicle. And it's got some kind of, I guess some kid decided he wanted to put a star on the front or something. I don't know what that is, or design this thing. So other than that, it's in pretty decent shape. The ASN looks like it's got a full diaper on a kid or something. We need to smooth that out a little bit, maybe do something cool. But as you can see, it looks a little funny in the ass end. So let's take this thing apart and see what we have. I'm going to do something wild on this. I got the perfect wheels for it, and it's going to be really awesome. So stay tuned. Okay, I haven't done this in a while on camera, so bear with me. As always, you just drill the posts out and see what we have. Okay. Hold on for a second. That compressor is noisy. Let's go ahead and... This actually's got some pretty decent sized post on it. See that? You like that? Helicopter beach buggy. Okay. There we got the front one out. Now I just got to do a little bit on the back. Big hand in the way. Okay. And there you have it. It all falls out. This little piece is broken off. What is that? That is a steering wheel, I guess. Well, we will have to research this and see what the hell that is. But it fell off. Not a big deal. Perfect little windshield. Nice, simple interior. And this is part of the interior. I just got to figure out where the damn thing broke off. It looks like it broke off right there. So, didn't have a steering wheel. Wonder how they drove this thing. I'll have to put one in it. They got a cool little suspension. They got little torsion rods on either side. And these wheels are so far gone. They're not in bad shape, but I'm not going to use them. We'll save them for maybe I don't know. Who knows what we'll save them for, but we'll save them. So, what I have in mind is nice, good old-fashioned real riders that I cannibalized from these dumbass Justice League Batmobiles. Perfect replicas of the original Real Riders that you got back in the 80s. When I was a kid. I'm not going to try to fit those in here yet, but we'll just let's kind of mock this up and see what we got. I'm obviously going to have to do some modifications to those axles. Unfortunately, they're a little bit with an exception of the poopy diaper on the ass end. This thing looks pretty good. I'm going to try to put that put that big old block on the back here, do something with that. But yeah, I mean, it of course it'll go in there. I'll get the stance right and all that, but we'll have to widen that axle, get rid of some of this shit. So there you have it. Corgi Junior Whiz Wheels VW Beach Bug. Kind of cool though. I think we're going to go with something really wild, you know, my usual stuff. So let's see what happens. I guess we can take this over. I'm going to drill this and tap it. You don't need to see me do that. That's boring. And I will take it over to the stripper. Okay, here we are at the old glorified stripper table. Haven't done this in a while. I've got to be careful because I'm running out of good paint stripper. And thanks to some idiots in Pennsylvania that didn't use proper ventilation when using it, I can't buy it anywhere in Maryland. EPA said no more paint stripper that has so-and-so chemical in it. So I'm screwed. I guess I'll have to start using stupid citrus strip or something, half-ass shit that doesn't work. So that's me standing on my podium for a little while. I was pretty pissed about it. I should have bought some more, but as you can see how fast this stuff works, it's freaking awesome. And I've called everywhere and I cannot get it. It was just simple $10 Rust-Oleum aircraft stripper, and one person had to ruin it for everybody. So that's very unfortunate. So there you have it. What I got left is what I got left, and I'm gonna baby it. But for demonstration purposes, I figured I'd break it out and let this thing go crazy. Look how fast that stuff works. You gotta love it. So just have to use it can't use it in a confined area and breathe the shit in, which is duh. So go figure. It's like everything else, you can't have anything. So enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and strip this down. There you have it, just that fast. Man, I'm going to miss that. Let's take it back over to the bench. Okay, here I am. I've done some modifications. I got the wheels on. Well, they're not glued in yet. I made axles for them out of aluminum tubing. And got them pretty well. They're not glued in. I got that ass end cleaned up. It's always good when you have a clean ass. Doesn't look like a poopy diaper anymore. Once I put some satin black, paint the bottom, then chrome out the pipe, I made a really cool muffler. As you can see, I drilled the end of the muffler out and put my own tailpipe out the back. And I widened it and I lowered it, or I widened it and then I raised it up some. See, and I actually had to move this axle housing forward because it's set far too back in the fender wells and just didn't look right. Of course, it's kind of wobbling around in there. So that's where we're at right now. So stay tuned. Here we are with our little VW Dune buggy. As you can see right on the nose there, I took some automotive spot putty and filled in that dent that was probably there since it was brand new, because it actually had paint in that dent. So I'm assuming that it was a factory defect. We took some styrene. I used some evergreen 1/16 rod and made a rear roll bar. What is a dune buggy without a roll bar? So all I did was basically cut it and bend it to shape and then put it in there. And then I took some 1/8 inch rod and made some headlights for it. So they can all be removed and they will be glued in at final, and they will be painted with a monochrome pen once I get the body painted, which is going to be the fun part. So now we're on, I think we're finally ready for some primer and some paint fun. So stay tuned. Okay, here we are with our little Volkswagen Dune buggy. We're going to shoot some Quicksilver Clear on it from Createx. If I can get this damn thing to sit, there you go. It is number 4014. I'm going to use that as my base. We'll try something different. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least for the base, it will be silver. So you just shake it up, and you can shoot it straight out of the bottle into the air gun, or airbrush, I should say. I just use this as my tester to make sure it's spraying right. Yep. So all we gotta do, lightly start spraying this stuff on here. You don't want to get it too heavy of a coat each time. A lot of people shoot this over black, but it makes it too dark. It's like, makes it more like a gunmetal, and I don't like it. I like my colors brighter, unless I'm doing a car that has to be that darker color, which I haven't run across that yet. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a moment. And there you have it. We'll come back with something else. Okay, here we are. Finally, with all our little pieces and bits to our Volkswagen beach buggy made by Corgi. Got a nice set of old school Real Riders vector style wheels on here. It looked very appropriate for the era. I have me a styrene roll bar for this. We put chrome around, a chrome rim around the headlight, the windshield. I painted the interior white just because it looks good that way with something from the 70s. I made these. I haven't cut them apart yet because this is the second set I made, because I lost the first set because I cut them down right here ready to put in, and I lost the damn things. I don't know where they went. They went on the floor and I couldn't find them, and so the heck with it. But these are made out of styrene. These are little headlights. I'll just cut them off and stick them through the holes on the buggy, and same with the roll bar. Nice, pretty, shiny paint job. Kind of a, I think it was pearl yellow and pearl tangerine, and I faded everything into each other. Kind of a peachish color, or a orange pineapple. Got the little details around the taillights, and we're all ready to put this thing back together and look at it in the reveal. So stay tuned. Okay, here we are for the reveal of the Corgi Jr.'s Volkswagen Beach Buggy. And without further ado, you remember it was, some kid had painted all kinds of weird stuff on it. Wasn't that bad of a shape, but it had those whiz wheels that were less than desirable, or left a lot to be desired, I should say. And it was kind of a blah color. So I gave my own personal touch to it, and here you go without further ado. the Volkswagen Beach Buggy, which I like to call the Orange Pineapple Beach Buggy, because it has a little bit of everything as far as the colors go. It has the pearl, what did we use here? That stuff was called Pearl Pineapple and Pearl Tangerine, or Pearl Orange, one or the other. I can't remember which one it is. I got both. But got a nice set of old school Vector Rail Riders on it, thanks to the Batman car that I've cannibalized, probably about 5 or 6 of them. And we got rid of that big old hunk of die cast on the ass end that made it look like it had a poopy diaper. Cleaned all that up, painted the header, gave it a little bit of a real tailpipe with a piece of aluminum tubing, styrene roll bar, styrene headlights, gave it some nice pimp white interior, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Total 360 as far as I'm concerned. It's a beautiful little beach buggy. So thanks again, and I will see you next week. I have no clue what I'm starting. This was the last project that I had done, so I'll have to step it up and get something going. So have a nice weekend. See you next time.